Hello, my name is Egert, and I welcome you to Skeleton Technologies. We make the best ultracapacitors in the world. Well, before I explain myself and this lofty claim, let me first clear the large elephant in the room. What is an ultracapacitor? Well, it's an energy storage device like batteries, but it is the Usain Bolt of energy storage, like that. So batteries use chemical reactions to store the energy, and this means that they take time to charge, a long time to charge, and a long time to discharge, if you don't want to damage them. This is much akin to a marathon runner. Well, ultracapacitors can charge and discharge in 10 seconds. Of course, there are some downsides, such as that batteries hold 15 to 20 times as much energy as ultracapacitors, so you can't really build an electric car based just on ultracapacitors. But ultracapacitors have 100 times more power than batteries, and they have 1 million charge-discharge cycles. Count them, 1 million. So where do you need that? Where do you need the Usain Bolt of energy storage? Let me give you an example based on our customer. You may have noticed that buses, especially in cities, make quite a few stops. And by the way, that seems to be the whole point. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you could store the energy, which is, normally converted into heat by the brakes of the bus, when you could store that energy and then use it for acceleration? How nice, huh? Well, you can do that. And this customer was doing it using batteries. The marathon runner. They were using a marathon runner for sprints. Now, they are replacing these batteries with ultracapacitors, getting more efficiency, but more crucially, getting better lifetime. Because if you want to get 5 or 10 second cycles out of a battery, then you either have to oversize it or replace it every couple of years. What kind of impact would you see from this? Well, I did some calculations. 1,000 buses running in London would be the same as planting 5 million average trees. Okay, good. Skeleton Technologies has the capacity to produce 4 million ultracapacitors. How much is that? It's a bit more, 222 million trees. I'd say not bad for a company with 120 employees. Let's count how many trees I can, so I said, we make the best ultracapacitors in the world. And it is substantiated by this complicated slide, where you can see that in 3 different tests, skeleton capacitors on the left-hand side had highest power output. Next up, the lowest level is Maxwell Technologies, recently acquired by Tesla. So they didn't do that well in this test. But power density is only part of the story. The larger part of the story is energy density. And there, we have a problem. And it's coconuts. You see, the active material inside the ultracapacitor, which stores the charge, is made out of coconuts, which is a biological source. Now, why would you use a biological source if you want really well-structured carbon? No, you wouldn't. You would like to use something else. And that would be metal carbides, which yield what we call curved graphene. And it has double the energy density compared to that coconut carbon. And this will allow Skeleton Technologies to do something about this chart. You see that line? It's going down too slowly. It's a very slow evolution of price in the industry. We can produce curved graphene at the same cost as coconut-based carbon, which means we can halve this price. So, ladies and gentlemen, watch this space. SKELE+ON Technologies ultracapacitors will be in your local grid solution, taking care of peak power demands. Thank you.